Good everyone, welcome to the NTV and you're watching NTV News at 9:30, your source for exclusive news and entertainment. This is Pranita bringing you to the top stories from India and around the world, and the time is exactly 9:30. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated today that Indian youth are dedicated to addressing practical challenges. He made this remark while commemorating the 10th anniversary of Startup India initiative, addressing the gathering at Bharat Mandap in New Delhi. Prime Minister Modi commented on the nation's startup founder and innovators. He highlighted their success in forging their own path and significantly enhancing India's global standing. India youth are focused on solving real problems. The Prime Minister said, driven by innovation and enterprise, India's startups are shaping a self-reliant and resilient economy. He further emphasized the transformative impact of the Startup India mission over past decade, noting in just 10 years, the Startup India mission has become revolution today. India is world's third largest startup.
साथियों, सबसे अहम बात यह है कि भारत के युवाओं का फोकस रियल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने पर है। हमारे वो यंग इनोवेटर्स जिन्होंने नए सपने देखने का साहस दिखाया, मैं उन सभी की बहुत बहुत सराहना करता हूं। साथियों, आज हम स्टार्टअप इंडिया के 10 साल पूरे होने का माइलस्टोन सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। 10 साल की ये जर्नी सिर्फ एक सरकारी स्कीम की सक्सेस स्टोरी नहीं है, ये आप जैसे हजारों लाखों सपनों की जर्नी है। ये कितनी ही कल्पनाओं के साकार होने की यात्रा है। आप याद करिए, 10 साल पहले हालत क्या थे। इंडिविजुअल एफर्ट्स और इनोवेशन के लिए बहुत गुंजाइश ही नहीं थी। हमने उन परिस्थितियों को चैलेंज किया, हमने स्टार्टअप इंडिया प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया, हमने युवाओं को खुला आसमान दिया और आज नतीजा हमारे सामने है। सिर्फ 10 साल में स्टार्टअप इंडिया मिशन एक रिवॉल्यूशन बन चुका है। भारत आज दुनिया का थर्ड लार्जेस्ट स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम है।
The Biju Janata Dal has suspended 2 of its members of Legislative Assembly, Arvind Mahapatra and Sanatan Mahakot, from the party. BJD previous President Navin Patnaik issued an order today stating that both MLA are suspended with immediate effect due to their involvement in anti-party activities. Arvind Mahapatra represents the Patkura Vidhan Sabha constituency in Kendrapada, while Sanatan Mahakot is a MLA for Champua. Senior BJD leader Sabyasachi Naik commented on the suspension, emphasizing the party's strict adhere to discipline. He stated the party welcomed the decision to suspend 2 MLA, adding that there is no room for individuals involved in corruption or betrayal. In his response to the media, Arvind Mahapatra indicated he had not received any so-called notice and currently seeking to understand the specific reason of his suspension. When questioned about his future political plans, a Patkura MLA stated that the premature to make decision at this time.
तो मु भी कथा भी कौन कौन है तो वास्तव पे मो पे भी एटा गोटे खबर नहीं मु वास्तव में खबरटा जानी काहे निलंबन कला मत करागला कि सनातन बाबू काहे कराल से विषय तो मु कहि परिबिनी कि मो विषय मु कहिबी जे माने मो पे मु भी जानिली आधा घंटा भीतर कथा तो बुझा बुझी करे तापर हम खोला खोली आलोचना करी।
Government is actively pursuing investment opportunities. Chief Minister Mohan Maji is currently on a 3-day visit to West Bengal to participate in an investor conference. During the conference, the Chief Minister will extend invitation to industrialists and innovators, encouraging their engagement and facilities one-on-one discussion. He is accompanied by the industry minister and senior government official. This marks the second such investor conference following one held in Hyderabad and is anticipated to pave the way for future investment ventures. The Hyderabad conference held in December successfully attracted over 67,000 crore rupees in investment for the state. Russia has voiced significant concern regarding the presence of NATO military personnel in Greenland. The Arctic island, described strategically vital and rich in minerals, has previously been subject to US. President Donald Trump expressed interest in acquiring it. The recent NATO activity has notably heightened tension between Washington and Moscow. In a statement released late Wednesday, the Russian embassy in Belgium, the location of NATO headquarters, declared that the Arctic situation of serious concern. The embassy accused NATO of employing fabricated security narrative to legitimate and expanding military presence. The embassy further alleged that NATO is increasing its forces in Greenland under the guise of addressing perceived threat from Russia and China. It cautioned that such action could transform the Arctic into a new threat for geopolitical confirmation. Greenland, an autonomous Danish territory, has attracted considerable international attention recently due to its substantial reserve of rare earth minerals, its newly accessible ice-free shipping routes, its increasing strategic significance for both military and commercial navigation. Former statement by President Trump regarding the acquisition of Greenland had previously elicited strong diplomatic reaction across Europe. However, the current NATO deployment has now directly drawn Moscow into the discussion, failing concern about a potential resurgence of US-Russia rivalry in the Arctic region.
Perhaps going to be a more permanent thing and security-wise for Greenland that not only consists of Denmark securing Greenland and knowing what's happening around Greenland, but it's probably going more towards that it's a NATO responsibility. Right now with this operation we're seeing there is a quite emphasis that says it is for training purposes and it's not necessarily for already trained personnel. So it is fairly new. It is mostly symbolic, but it could have larger consequences for the security of Greenland in the long term. We're not going to sell our country just to let it be owned by another country, but we are open to discussions. We are open and willing to see what is it exactly we can participate in order to make sure that you guys are safe and secure as well. We actually tried to negotiate with Denmark for a free association agreement. We tried to discuss with Denmark to make sure that we can have more foreign policy say. We have tried to discuss with Denmark some of the wrongdoings of history so we can fix them. All of these are only being listened to because of the pressure we're experiencing from the United States.
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका,
हाँ बेटा,
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं।
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो।
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर?
बिल्कुल। डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. US President Donald Trump has received a Nobel Peace Prize medal from Venezuela opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. This move seen as an attempt by Machado to gain support from Republican leader who recently hesitated to endorse a challenge against Venezuela's current government. Machado had been considered the Democratic leader poised to lead Venezuela until President Trump's decision earlier this month. Initially, Trump aimed to Venezuela's long-standing leader, Nicolas Maduro, but later shifted his support to Maduro deputy. Following their meeting at the White House, President Trump expresses appreciation, stating that Machado presented him with a Nobel Peace Prize for work I have done in a post on his Truth Social platform. Trump described Machado as a wonderful woman who has been through so much. He also characterized her presentation for the medal as such a wonderful gestures of mutual respect.
I presented the President of the United States the medal of the Nobel Peace Prize, and I told him this, listen to this. 200 years ago, General Lafayette gave Simon Bolivar a medal with George Washington's face on it. Bolivar since then kept that medal for the rest of his life.
Bhubaneswar police have busted an illegal arms trafficking network in the capital city. During a delivery operation, 6 firearms were seized by the Commissariat Police. In connection with the seizure, Manoj Kumar Malik, a resident of Jajpur, has been arrested in Chandaka. Malik had reportedly come to Bhubaneswar to deliver the weapons. The seized item include the 6 firearms and a motorcycle used in operation. Police Commissioner S. Devadatta Singh confirmed the detail, emphasizing the post's commitment to intercepting weapons both before their arrival and after their potential use.
इलीगल आर्म्स वेपन एवं ड्रग विरुद्ध कमिश्नरेट पुलिस जो अभियान पाखापाखी वर्ष धरके चालू छी ता भीतर में किसी गुरुत्वपूर्ण रिकवरी एवं इनफोर्समेंट हासिल करूँ जहाँ आगु आपण मान संगे आम शेयर करूँ 6 मास भीतर में 34 वेपन्स धराई एवं से वेपन विभिन्न राज्य जो जो टेर मिलू जो तार फुटप्रिंट जो जगह मिलू से जगह भी आम टीम जाए कि ट्रैप करवाटा एवं से नेटवर्क ध्वस्त करवाटा काम लगी यहाँ यही श्रृंखला आज आउ जने लोक को जो जाजपुर लोक मनोज कुमार मलिक से धरा पड़ी एवं 6टा ऑटोमेटिक सेमी ऑटोमेटिक पिस्टल रिकवरी है 10 राउंड एमुनिशन रिकवरी है मोबाइल फोन्स एंड अन्य जिनिसटा रिकवरी है ये लोगों को स्पेशल क्राइम यूनिट विथ स्पेसिफिक इंटेलिजेंस ट्रैक करथिले एवं ताकू ट्राई करथिले जे ए ट्रैकिंग रे से भुवनेश्वर राजधानी पटु आसंतु तेणु कर आम आमार जुडिक्शन एरिया रे इजिली ताको अरेस्ट करि परिबु एमती नहीं जे मैं बाहर करि परिबु नहीं किंतु एटा गोटे फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी दिया जाए सेटा आसला परे ताको गोटे प्लेग्राउंड पाखरे चंदका पुलिस स्टेशन अंतर्गत गोटे जगह रे इंटरसेप्ट करके धरा हला.
The ED conducted searches throughout several locations linked to the Ganjam district. BJP leader Hrishikesh Parhi. This raid are part of an investigation into allegation of disproportionate assets. Sources indicate 3 ED teams began their searches early in the morning at Parhi's ancestral home in Saragarh. Simultaneously, his son's residence in Jaiprakash Nagar, Barampur, was also being searched. A third raid was reported in the Gandhi Nagar area of Barampur at the time of this report was filed. Hrishikesh Parhi currently holds the position of Vice President for the Ganjam district BJD. The searches are proceeding based on allegation that Parhi possesses assets disproportionate to his known source of income. Padhi, who began his career as a contractor before entering politics, reportedly became involved in several business ventures after securing a senior organizational role and becoming district vice president of the BJD. Reports suggest he owns a petrol pump and pipe showroom. Question has been raised regarding the rapid accumulation of substantial assets, leading to the current Enforcement Directorate action. Sundargarh town has been placed under enhanced security measure following a group clash earlier today. The district administration has ordered the closure of all schools and colleges in the town and suspended internet service as a precautionary step. The incident reportedly occurred this afternoon in the Regent Market area. Details surrounding the cause of clash remain unclear at this time. Senior police official and the district collector promptly arrive at the scenes to assess the situation. Adequate police forces have been deployed throughout Sundargarh town and a flag march was conducted to ensure law and order. District Collector Subhankar Mahapatra confirmed that all the educational institutions will remain closed tomorrow. Furthermore, Section 144 has been imposed and internet service will be suspended for next 24 hours to help restore normalcy. The collector has appealed to residents for their cooperation during this period. Mr. Mahapatra also announced that a peace committee meeting will be convened shortly.
समुदाय के बीच में उत्तेजना हो रखी है कुछ खाद्य पदार्थ एक संदिग्ध खाद्य पदार्थ को लेकर के कि एक व्यक्ति के घर में वो है पुलिस इमीडिएटली एसडीपीओ के नेतृत्व में आई और उसने इस घटनाक्रम को बहुत ही संवेदनशीलता के साथ लिया लोगों को समझाया बुझाया करीब ये घटना शुरुआत में 12 बजे के आसपास घटना रही होगी फिर पुलिस जा करके और घर में देख कि इस तरह से कोई भी वस्तु वहां पर उसको उस वक्त जांच करने पे नहीं मिली पुलिस ने इस बात को बताया लेकिन इसी बीच में जब लोगों को समझाया जा रहा था कुछ दोनों समुदायों के लोग इकट्ठा होकर के एक दूसरे पे पथराव करने लगे तो इसको लेकर के एक उत्तेजना हो गई और पथराव होने लगे जैसे ही इसकी खबर मिली कि दोनों पक्ष के बीच में पत्थरबाजी की घटनाएं हो रही हैं पुलिस एसपी सुंदरगढ़ के नेतृत्व में तुरंत स्पॉट पे आए और दोनों पक्षों को उन लोगों ने डिस्पर्स कराया जिसकी वजह से कोई भी किसी को भी बहुत मेजर चोट नहीं आई है और जो घायल भी हुए हैं उसमें से पुलिस का हमारा एक ऑफिसर उसको चोट लगी है बाकी जो नागरिकों के बीच में कोई भी ऐसी चोट की बहुत ही सिंपल इंजरी की खबरें हमारे पास आई हैं हम लोग और भी देख रहे हैं तो इसलिए पुलिस ने बहुत ही प्रॉम्प्टली बहुत ही तेजी और त्वरित कार्रवाई करके स्थिति को अपने नियंत्रण में लिया
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका
हाँ बेटा
ये जश्न कैसा
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं
कैसे
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए
सच
वो देखो
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर
बिल्कुल डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं ये देखो ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है
कृष्णा
अरे भाई ये कृष्णा कौन है
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को
डिजिटल इंडिया पावर टू एम्पावर
Welcome once again. A fire has caused significant damage to produce of Akrur Jena. A local resident sources confirm that Mr. Jena caused substantial losses after his year's worth of harvested crops were destroyed in the blaze. Firefighters from PPL were dispatched to the scene immediately after being notified, while they worked diligently to extinguishing the fire. A considerable portion of straw had already been consumed by the flames by the time emergency service arrived. A high-level committee has been established in Odisha to oversee the Amma bus service. It has been reported that approximately 30 older buses are slated to decommission. This measure is being implemented in response to a recent bus fire incident, with a focus on passengers safely and improving the efficiency of Amma bus service. Sources indicate the newly formed high-level committee convened today to discuss various operational aspects and safety protocols for Amma bus. Key area of emphasis include road safety, ensuring passenger-centric service, and the overall being and development of bus drivers. Attendees at the meeting include Transport Commissioner Amitav Thakur, Crude Managing Director Sanjay Biswal, and the DCP Traffic and the other senior official. During the session, officials reviewed the speed limit adherence of Amma buses during the first 2 weeks of January. It was confirmed that no violation of speed regulation were recorded during this period. The proper halting of buses at designated bus stop was also stopping up discussion. To enhance driving proficiency and promote disciplined driving, electric buses will be supplied to the Institute of Driving Training and Research. Driver will have the opportunity to train on campus covering up to 180 kilometers daily with the necessary infrastructure to be developed for these purposes. Furthermore, the government planned to establish multi-charging facilities at various sites in Chathira, Barampur and Bonai. This station will both government and private electric vehicles. An initiative program for Amma bus captain and guides to set launch in January 26. The scheme will provide quarterly initiative based on safe driving practices and performance evolution across multiple parameters. Jailers 2, Rajinikanth return fuel excitement as key cast member confirmed. Fans eagerly await the highly anticipated sequel to Nelson Dilip Kumar blockbuster Jailer. The film sees the return of superstar Rajinikanth as the formidable Muthuvel Pandyan, a prospect of continuous dominate fan discussions, adding significant momentum to buzz surrounding Jailer 2. Actor Vijay Sethupathi has officially confirmed his participation. He has revealed that he will appear in the significant, albeit brief role. This marks a reunion with Rajinikanth following their collaboration in PETA 2019. Sethupathi explained his decision to join the project, citing his deep admiration of Rajinikanth. Being with him, I get to learn a lot. There is so much to learn from a superstar who has sustained in the industry for so many decades, he stated, highlighting Rajinikanth's enduring legacy. Earlier reports indicate the Yogi Babu and Vinayakan Suraj have also confirmed their roles in film. Furthermore, Meghna Raj Sarja, Sivraj Kumar and S.J. Surya are reportedly on board. However, Monhal involvement remains speculative. Meanwhile, there are also reports suggesting Tollywood star Nagarjuna will portray the antagonist, with Balkrishna said to make a special appearance in Jailer 2. Bangladesh cricketers are returning to the field for the ongoing Bangladesh Premier League. This comes after a one-day boycott promoted by controversial remark from Bangladesh Cricket Board Director Nazmul Islam. Earlier this week, Mr. Islam referred to the former Bangladesh captain Tamim Iqbal as an Indian agent. The statement followed Mr. Iqbal's suggestion from dialogue between two nations to resolve issues surrounding T20 World Cup. The situation escalated after pacer Mustafizur Rahman was reportedly released from IPL by the Kolkata Knight Riders, acting on instruction from the BCCI in connection with alleged outrages against minorities in Bangladesh. Adding to controversy, Mr. Islam suggests that the BCB owes no compensation to the team if players miss the T20 World Cup, citing their failure to win major trophies. In response to this comment, the cricketers announced a boycott of all form of cricket, demanding Mr. Islam removal from the BCB. The BCB investigated the remark and removed Mr. Islam for his role as head of Finance Committee. Despite this action, the cricketers have now reserved their boycott decision and agreed to resume play. As a result of disruption, several BPL matches have been rescheduled.
আমরা যে ওদের পিছে এত খরচ করতেছি, বিভিন্ন জায়গায় গিয়ে ওরা কিছুই করতে পারতেছে না। আজ পর্যন্ত আমরা একটা বই শিক্ষা পানতে পারছি? কোনো একটা জায়গায় আমরা কতটুকু কি করতে পারছি? আমরা তাহলে তো প্রত্যেকবারই আমরা বলতে পারি যে তোমরা খেলতে পারো না, তোমাদের পিছে যা খরচ করছি এটার বার তোমরা এবার তোমাদের কাছ থেকে আমরা নিতে থাকি। যেই ছেলেটা খেলতে যেতে পারে নাই, সে যে ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হচ্ছে, তাকে যে সিলেকশন হয় নাই, না এটা হয়তো ভবিষ্যতে এই ধরনের চিন্তা হতে পারে। এই ধরনের পারফরমেন্স বেস চিন্তা ভাবনা, যেহেতু এটা আমার একার সিদ্ধান্ত হতে পারে, এটা বোর্ডের সিদ্ধান্ত হবে, এটা বোর্ড ডিসাইড করবে।
Odisha is currently experiencing a severe cold wave with temperature plummeting to record low across the state. In Jharsuguda, the mercury has fallen below previous all-time record of 5.6 degrees Celsius, set on January 7, 2023 on 5 separate occasions this season. Weather data confirmed that on January 10, 2026, Jharsuguda recorded its lowest temperature ever at 4.5 degrees Celsius. The district had previously registered 4.6 degrees Celsius on January 9, followed by 5 degrees Celsius on January 16, 5.1 degrees Celsius on January 6, and 5.4 degrees Celsius on January 7 this year. According to India Meteorological Department, the last time Jharsuguda town saw frigid temperature was 1953. Weather expert Uma Shankar has stated the previous recorded low 5.6 degrees Celsius, recorded on January 7, 2023, has now been significantly surpassed. According to the intensity of the cold spell, January 8, 2026 saw a minimum temperature of 5.8 degrees Celsius. Beyond Jharsuguda, other districts in Odisha are also enduring one of the harshest winter in recent memory. An intense cold wave has disturbed normal life in several regions.
गत 24 घंटार रेकर्ड न्यूनतम तापमात्रा 19 स्थान में 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस किंवा ताठू कम तापमात्रा रेकर्ड करा जायछि। सर्वनिम्न न्यूनतम तापमात्रा रेकर्ड करा जायछि राउरकेला ठारे 4.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस। ता सहित जदि पहाड़ अंचल गुड़िक देखा जी उदयगिरी ठारे लोएस्ट मिनिमम टेम्परेचर रेकर्ड करा जायछि 2.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस। ता सहित सिवियर कोल्ड वेव रेकर्ड करा जायछि झारसुगुड़ा ठारे, कोल्ड वेव रेकर्ड करा जायछि अनुगुल आउ जगतसिंहपुर एवं जगतसिंहपुर ठारे। ता सहित भेरी डेंस अति घन कुहुड़ी देखा जायछि बहुत रे कांबा स्थान रे। ता सहित हल्का मध्यम कुहुड़ी मध्य 2-4 जिल्ला रे देखा जायछि। झारसुगुड़ा ठारे 5.0 डिग्री सेल्सियस रेकर्ड करा जायछि। सिमलीगुड़ा ठारे 5.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस तापमात्रा रेकर्ड करा जायछि। फुलबाणी ठारे 6.1 डिग्री सेल्सियस, केवुंझर सुंदरगढ़ रे 7.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस तापमात्रा रेकर्ड करा जायछि। झारसुगुड़ा ठारे स्वाभाविक वैल्यू ठारू 7.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस तापमात्रा कम रही। पारादीप अनुगुल ठारे 5.7 डिग्री सेल्सियस स्वाभाविक वैल्यू ठारू कम रही।
That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.